thank you so much for inviting me into your wonderful group to share this with your people today. Really great to be here. So first things first, so you know what I'm doing today. By the end of this masterclass, you are going to know exactly how I've been able to help over 200 women launch profitable online businesses and how you can do the same without retraining or learning any fancy tech. Because I think that's a big thing that a lot of people worry about in starting a business. And I know you're the tech queen, Karen. But for a lot of people, the idea of the tech is quite overwhelming and quite
absolutely
scary and intimidating. But you don't need lots of fancy tech, and I will prove that to you. So if you stay until the end, I'm going to share with you the opportunity to join my 5-day workshop completely free as well. So make sure you stay till the end to get the link for that. So
and that is a brilliant 5-day course. It's had a big impact on my life, that's for sure.
Yeah, oh, that's wonderful to hear. So this masterclass is for you if there's something deep inside of you, a voice inside your soul telling you that there is more to life than this. If you're passionate about travel and wish you had the freedom to see more of the world, if you feel like you're missing out on time with your kids by working in a 9-to-5, if you wish you could do something you're passionate about, fills you with joy every day, you wish you didn't have to count the pennies and worry about money, and you are ready to make huge change in your life right now. So if that sounds like you, then you're in the right place. And obviously, you know, for many of you, the reason for this will be that you want to world school, that you want to travel, and all of those things I'm going to show you today as well. So first things first, who the hell am I and why should you listen to me? My name is Chanel Morales. I'm from the UK. I've been a full-time digital nomad for 3 years. I'm also a single mum, an online business coach, a digital marketing expert, and a lover of raves, pineapples, and turtles. You'll see my pineapples follow me around everywhere. Everyone was like, why? What's with the pineapples? Well, they're fun. So over the last 2 years, I've helped over 200 women go from clueless to online business owner, whilst at the same time traveling the world and world schooling my daughter, who turns 12 next week. It's her birthday next week. So
wow.
Cool. And I believe in honesty and transparency in business. So first thing I want to let you know is I'm never going to promise you that you can make 10K in 6 weeks or hit 6 figures in 6 months. You know, these are things that do take time. I'm not selling any kind of, pyramid system. I'm not selling any get rich quick scheme. So I can't tell you that you're going to get rich. I can't tell you that you're going to have success because it comes down to you. What I do know is the women who follow my system and do the work, that's the key. Do the work,
absolutely.
Have success, and make money. And they all started out just like you, wondering if it was too good to be true. And now they're quitting their jobs, traveling the world, and spending time with their kids. So, bit of a backstory about me. In the beginning, I was working in a 9-to-5, and I wasted so much time and money when I first started looking into online business. I was trying to figure it all out by myself. I was watching loads of YouTube tutorials. Let me know in the comments if you can resonate with any of this, because I think so many of us do this. We're downloading all the freebies, we're buying different domains and creating logos. As soon as we have an idea about business, we're trying to find quick ways, or we're trying to overcomplicate everything before we've even started. We're getting confused about what to sell. We don't know how to generate leads or close sales, and we get tempted by MLM and get rich quick formulas. So this was me in the beginning, kind of sat in my 9-to-5 on my computer, Googling stuff, getting completely confused and overwhelmed. And one of the reasons why I created my 12-week program is because I wanted to save other people from that stress and confusion, because I know how complicated it can be. Can you resonate with any of that stuff, Karen?
Oh my goodness. So it was, and that's the reason I first reached out to you, because I started so many different things. I spent 18 months trying to create a blog, and I think in that time, like, I got my first check, it was 27 cents after 18 months. And
oh my God.
I mean, there's too many options. That's the big problem that I found, and it's knowing which direction to take. And that's what I've really loved about what I've learned from you. It's not about, okay, there's 500,000 different options you've got, but the first part of your advice, which we'll get to in a second, is figuring out what you really love and what's going to work for you. And that's made a world of difference for me.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad to hear that. Definitely. So the truth is, there are 3 very simple things you need to make money online. You don't need all this complicated stuff. You need an offer people want. You need a way of getting your message out to those people. and you need a system for converting those people into paying customers. That's it. It doesn't have to be complicated. You just need to create something that people want. You need a marketing strategy that will reach those people so that they can find out about what it is you're selling. And you need some kind of system for converting those people. And again, this can vary, but the simple things like have a Facebook group, do sales calls. That's it. Like, have an offer, have a group, do sales calls. That's like a simplest way to have, a business and get clients, but it doesn't work for everyone. Some people might try different strategies, but that is the simplest format that I can put it in for new people wanting to enter this business world.
Absolutely. And it works.
So first things first, let me ask you these questions. Who here has ever said any of these things? There's too much competition online. I don't have time to start a business. I start things and never finish them. I feel too overwhelmed by all the options. You already said that one today. I'm not good enough. I don't know enough. I hate sales. I don't have an audience. Now, these are all comments that I've had from every single person in the Dream Club. I've had these kind of comments from somebody or multiple people. And every single time I have to tell them that those are not truths. Those are not universal truths. They are beliefs. And we all have beliefs that limit our ability to actually do the things we want in life, whether it's, it's too hard to travel the world, you can't travel the world with kids, single mums can't travel, these kind of beliefs that are not true. There's too much competition online, completely untrue. There's 8 billion people in the world. There is somebody who wants your thing. There is enough business for everyone. I don't have time to start an online business. Well, that just means you're not prioritizing it enough. You don't have it as a priority, or that you don't have a simple enough strategy that you can get it done in very few hours, because it doesn't have to take a lot of time if you actually know what you're doing. If you're just sort of padding around in the dark, then it's going to take a lot of time because you don't actually know what you're doing. But if you've got specific set actions, it doesn't have to take a lot of time.
Yeah. And if you're trying to teach yourself how to do it, that's a lot of time that you need to invest in doing that. You're stumbling around in the dark trying to figure it out, making mistakes, and it does take time. But that's where having that strategy in place has a big impact.
Yeah, exactly. And then a lot of women have these very limiting beliefs about themselves. They're not good enough. They don't know enough, which again, they're not universal truths, they're beliefs. And then they also say things like, I hate sales, I hate selling. And these are coming from past experiences we've had of being sold to, or, things our families have said about those nasty salespeople, they're trying to rip us off. And these are beliefs, they're not universal truths. So you cannot let these kind of beliefs hold you back from what you want to do. So this is Rebecca Cooper. She's one of my clients, and she started with me April 2020, and she says that it's tricky because people use the phrase, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is, and she compares the Dream Club to that statement, really, because she found that it literally was too good to be true, but it is true.
It is.
Yeah, she says about herself that she wasn't businessy, she's a bit of a hippie, she's not the sort of person that sells, she hates selling. She had all these beliefs when she joined my program, and now she has a successful parenting coaching business which is so aligned to her that she doesn't feel like she's selling to people, she's just helping women who ask for her help. So it doesn't have to feel like being salesy. Having a business doesn't have to be about sales, doesn't have to be about being a different person. I'm laying on my bed with pineapples, having photo shoots. I'm, doing lives from the beach. Like, you don't have to be a certain type of person to have a business. And this is one of the biggest things that women believe, is that I couldn't do that. I'm not good enough. I'm not that kind of person. I don't sell. And it's not true. There are so many different types of business owners, and it doesn't matter what kind of person you are, you can have a business.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
So these are the 3 online business secrets you need to know. Number 1, how you can tap into your unique gifts and expertise and create a service without retraining or getting new qualifications. Number 2, how to recognize and eliminate your money blocks. And number 3, how to get started, how to start getting clients within 12 weeks without using any advanced tech or complicated systems. So secret number 1, how you can tap into your unique gifts and expertise and create a service without retraining or gaining new qualifications. So this is what most people think they need to do to make money. They need to get a qualification. They need to have a certification. They need to have a degree. They need to be super professional. They need to be extroverted, or they need to sell an MLM. So a lot of women think that the only option if they're not qualified or certified is to join some kind of MLM. Women also think they have to have this certain type of persona, certain type of personality, be extroverted, be loud and shouty like me. You don't have to be. There's lots of different types of people in business. So when you create an online business, you don't need any of these things. You can create a business you love based on your passions. You can make money doing the things you find easy and fun. So these are some of the things that ladies have said to me in the past. I'm too much of a hippie. I'm too weird. I'm too introverted. I'm too spiritual. I'm too shy. I'm not businessy. And these are all completely untrue. These are not things that are really true when it comes down to it. Anyone can have a business, because the thing is, there's going to be other women who consider themselves too introverted, and they're going to really resonate with you when you start to share your journey, because in business, it's all about connecting with people. It's all about building a network of people that know, like, and trust you. And then some of them are going to want to buy your stuff. So there's always going to be people out there who are similar to you, will resonate with your story. So don't feel like your story has to change or that you have to hide any part of yourself, because there's always going to be someone out there who loves you for who you are.
And I think that's important, because, there are 1,000,001 different business coaches out there.
Yes.
And, I look, it's interesting because when I first started looking and I did your 5-day course, somehow in my email, I got another thing about another coach doing a 5-day course. And, I'd started with you, but I was looking at the information he sent through, and essentially you were both offering exactly the same thing, but I didn't connect with him in any way, shape or form. And, so that's the thing, you're going to resonate with certain people, and there's enough people in the world out there that, you don't need the whole market share. You need a few people, and everybody's individual, everybody's unique, and that's what's going to attract people. So. Absolutely.
Yes. So when you start digging into your passions and your interests, you can then start to consider which types of business might work for you. And there's 6 main business models that I recommend. And these are the highest paying, easiest to get started, best options for scaling, but lowest barriers to entry to start out with. And that's why I love these 6 business models. So you've got coaching, mentoring, what I do, supporting somebody from point A to point B. You've got online courses. These can be pre-recorded or live, but you're teaching something, imparting some kind of knowledge. You've got membership sites or monthly subscription sites where people pay a recurring fee for either community or value or trainings or whatever it might be. You've got a digital marketing agency or freelancing, so offer social media services or Facebook ads or whatever. And you've got virtual assistants who take away the day-to-day tasks of other business owners, and then things like OBMs, online business managers, and project managers who are sort of a higher level of a VA, where they do things in a bit more of a they're leading you rather than you telling them what you want. And then you've got consultants, so going into someone's business and supporting them with their development in some area of their business. So these 6 models, generally everyone will find something they can do within these 6 business models, and that's why I've chosen those for my program, and that's why the Dream Club focuses on these 6 models, because whatever you've been through in your life, what experiences you've come through, whatever qualifications or skills you've got, generally you'll find one of these business models will be potentially beneficial for you or will work for you. So whether you create an online course about cooking, or you become a divorce coach, or you set up a Instagram, feed creating agency, or, you're a VA doing admin, there's something for pretty much everyone within these 6 business models, which is why I love them so much.
For sure.
Okay, so these are some of the ladies that have done my group coaching program. So you might recognize Lainey. She did my program back in 2020 and launched her business coaching teens and tweens. Becky started my program not really knowing what she could do. She was traveling in Thailand at the time, and she now has a marketing agency. Both Emma and Jen actually went into fitness coaching, but Jen came from a corporate background. She just always loved fitness, and Emma was actually a vet, and had a passion for fitness. And then Sarah Kate came to me actually with a life coaching certification. But what often happens with these life coaching courses is they don't train you in how to get clients. They just give you the certification. So Sarah Kate then went on to grow her business with the Dream Club. So it's just some examples of some of the ladies that have done my program. So all you really need is a laptop, Wi-Fi, and a plan. Now, obviously, if you don't have the plan, then that is what I'm going to share with you today. So secret number 2 is how to recognize and eliminate your money block, because I can give you all the strategies in the world about how to launch a business, but if you have money mindset blocks, you are not going to make money. It's as simple as that. So this is what most,
a big one for me.
Yes, absolutely. So this is what most people think about money and investing in themselves. We have to work hard to make money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is the root of all evil. You shouldn't be rich and greedy. Money is a scarce resource. Spending money on my kids is okay. Investing in myself is not. Spending money on physical things is okay. Investing in yourself is not. There's too much competition. So these are common things that get said by family members, by our communities, by social media or the media. And these kind of ideas are ingrained in us from a very, very young age, you know, especially like money is the root of all evil and rich people are evil and things like that. And these beliefs block us from our ability to make money. So they stop us from, number one, even thinking that we could be rich. So that kind of money is scarce belief, and you have to work really hard to make money, and money doesn't grow on trees. That kind of blocks us from ever really believing that we could have money. Another one is a lot of parents will say, oh, you know, it's all right for them. They were born rich. You know, it kind of puts an us and them thing in place where we feel like we're not part of that club. We could never be part of that club. So first of all, we never think that we could be wealthy or we could make a lot of money. And second of all, we have an underlying self-sabotage when we do make money, because we believe on a subconscious level that people with money are evil. So we don't want to be rich, because then we'd be evil, because we've got the subconscious belief that people with money are evil. So if you've got these beliefs and underlying blocks, then you're going to really struggle to price yourself. You're going to struggle to put yourself out there. You're going to struggle to sell. You're going to struggle with so many things in business, because we don't believe that we should be doing these things. We don't believe we should be selling. We don't believe we should be making money. It's not right. It's not good. So it's really, really important to spend time recognizing what your beliefs are around money before you even get started in business.
Yeah, that was a really big one for me. And it was interesting when I actually started digging into that, just how many underlying beliefs I had, that you uncover one and that leads to another. And it was just incredible, the amount of stuff that I just had lurking there that I'd never really given much thought to. Yeah,
absolutely. So the truth about money isn't good or bad. It's simply energy. When good people have more money, they can do good things in the world. Money can be easy to make when you know how. Work smart, not hard. Money isn't for a certain type of person. There is an abundance of money in the world. Investing in yourself is the best money you can ever spend. So that is the truth about money. But I think a lot of people won't have these beliefs in their mind at the moment. They'll have the other ones. So trying to unpack where that came from, where in your life those beliefs have come from, is the first step to helping you overcome them.
Absolutely.
We all have subconscious limiting beliefs about money and so many other things, but they don't have to be a reality. You can shift your money mindset and change your reality. So this is Hannah Kim. Now she is one of my Dream Club graduates who's been massively successful. She actually comes from Bulgaria, which is a very, very low income country. And so she actually did my scholarship program. So I do a scholarship for every round of the Dream Club for someone who couldn't financially afford the investment. And she went on to launch her fitness coaching business. She's a booty builder. She helps women build their bumps from home. And she's got an amazing figure, which obviously women just are like, yes, I want to look like that. And she's had massive success. And she genuinely thought she would never be able to make money. She was a single mom living off like state support in Bulgaria. And when she joined my program, she got to about week 7, had a bit of a meltdown and was like, I can't do this, I can't sell. And then by week 10, she had 5 clients. And I was like, see, I told you. So
that's what I love about what you're teaching. And this is where, you know, women that think right now, I couldn't have a business, I don't know what I do. It's incredible the variation of different businesses that people have come up with, you know, like it's just incredible. And I think you did say at one stage, I remember you saying that, you know, you're a step ahead of somebody. You know something that the person behind you doesn't know. And, you know, I've mentioned that to a couple of people recently, and just that one thought, like changing that perspective that you have really starts to make you think, well, you know what, there are things that I know. So, you know, it's amazing what people are coming up with.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, like a lot of the businesses that have been launched through the Dream Club, I would never even have comprehended, because they're not anything to do with me. They're not my ideas. They're not anything I've thought up. They're things that people have. You know, I've got one lady who teaches you how to she teaches you how to harvest like bugs for your chickens, so you can have like a bug farm, so you can feed your chickens for free. Like, just,
I hadn't heard about that one.
honestly, the wildest things. I'm just like, how has this even come out of the Dream Club? I don't know, because I don't know anything about this stuff. So yeah, I think Hannah, like I said, booty building. We've got ladies that are, you know, all different kinds of spiritual coaches and parenting coaches and different types of VAs and different types of courses and membership sites, community sites. You know, it's just such a wide variety, and it's whatever you've done in your life that you've been through or you've experienced. And also, you know, when I started the Dream Club, I'd only just started launching my own business at that time. And so I didn't know the whole process of how to launch a business or how to grow or how to scale, but I could help somebody figure out what they should do. That was how it started. It started me helping someone figure out, okay, what should your niche be? What could you sell with what you know? And that was the beginning. And then as I grew as a business owner, I added in all these extra layers. And now obviously I've got Dream Big as well, which is like the next level program for people who want to scale. So you've got to start somewhere. You have to start and just grow from there. You don't have to have it all figured out. It doesn't have to all be perfect on week 1. You know, you don't know what you could learn from trying. Like if you just try, you might learn what you didn't know, and then you'll be able to have the missing pieces. So yeah, for me, that's really important.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so this is the 12-step process to launching an online business, as promised. So I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, Chanel, but I'm rubbish with tech and have no idea how to get clients. Having an online business means complicated funnels, investing in ads, becoming a marketing and sales expert, setting up confusing tech. Now, this is the stuff that a lot of people believe when they think about starting their business. They think they couldn't do it for these reasons. What you actually need to make money: a Facebook account, a PayPal account, a Zoom account. That's it. You don't need complicated funnels and tech to start out. You don't need complicated funnels and tech to start making money. Yes, of course, I now have funnels. Yes, of course, now I have email lists. Yes, of course, I now have all this back-end stuff. But when I first started out, I used Facebook, PayPal, and Zoom. And then as I grew, I paid people to do that techie stuff that I didn't want to do. Now, for some of you, the techie stuff might not be that scary, and you'd be like, yeah, I'm happy to do it myself. But for me, it was never something I enjoyed. I've actually learned to build funnels in the last 6 months. And I do my own funnels now. But before that, I always paid everyone to build all my websites, everything, because I had the money from making sales with these 3 things. And that's all you need to get started. This is the 12-step process. So these are my 12 steps to launching a successful online business. Now, it looks like complicated, but when I go through it week by week in the Dream Club, it does all make sense and it all fits together and it all feels quite simple and straightforward. So the first point is top mindset strategy. So I've touched a little bit on the money mindset stuff, and we go a lot deeper about that because I know that you need to have clear strategies around mindset and a good understanding of where your beliefs are coming from in order to make money, as I mentioned. I then go through the top highest paying online businesses with you so that you can figure out which business is going to work for you. We'll look at your passions, skills, expertise, and past experience to make sure that the business you have will work for you long term and fits with what you're looking to achieve. Essential research is next. So we'll do research to make sure that your online business is something that's profitable, something that's desired, something that people want. And then we'll decide on your niche, your price, and your offer. So what's your audience going to be, how much you're going to charge, and what are you actually going to sell? And one of the important things here is we always focus on one thing to start with. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of new business owners make is that they will go into all kinds of different things. They'll set up all different kinds of products. They want like 10 million different things for day one. Day one thing to one audience for one price and one result from that. It makes it so much simpler for you to start making sales. It makes it so simple for you to actually start getting known for that thing. If you're doing 10 things, no one remembers who you are and what you do. If you do one thing, everyone will remember who you are and what you do. The next thing we do is a business plan, so real planning essentials. Then we envision your brand, so we put branding together. And then you need to learn how to create amazing content. Content marketing is a key part of the social media marketing strategy for any business, but it's not all of the thing. So a lot of people think, I could write some posts on Instagram. I could write some posts on a business page. That's easy. Well, okay, but there've got to be certain types of posts. You need to be delivering value. You need to be sharing your story so people connect with you. You need to be sharing testimonials or results. You need to be going live. There's so many things you need to be including because for different reasons, these all give a different part of your business. So, for example, your story is going to help people like you and trust you and connect with you, whereas your sales posts are going to help convert so that people can actually buy. If you just do stories or you just do sales posts, you're not going to get the whole picture. But also, content is just one part of your marketing strategy. You also need a lead generation strategy. And by that, I mean people who are going to come into your business and say, I need what you're selling. I want your thing. If you don't use if you don't have a lead generation strategy and you're just posting on your business page and posting on your Instagram, you are not going to get any clients. And I see so many new business owners saying, have you got a marketing strategy? And they'll say, well, I post on my page. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work. You're not going to get anything. Number one, business pages on Facebook do not get traffic or engagement. You need to be using your personal profile and you need to be building an audience. And the easiest way to do that is to friend request people who are ideal clients. So that's the strategy I teach. You build your friends list of ideal clients and you market to them through your amazing content. And then calls and selling. So people go to pieces when it comes to sales calls. They think this is the scariest thing in the world. And I was that person, to be honest. I used to hate sales calls. I used to hate going live. I used to hate all that stuff. And the only way I got good at it was by doing it. But also, I think a lot of people associate sales calls with hard selling. And that is not something I teach. I do not teach hard selling. I believe that you can present people with the information. And if they want it, they'll tell you. And if they don't, they won't. You don't need to hard sell to people. Yes, you might convert more calls if you have like a sales script and you kind of like trick people into things or push people. Yes, you might convert more. But I personally don't feel aligned with that kind of selling.
I completely agree. I've been a salesperson my whole life and I've always, in the back of my mind, I've always had that fear of being that salesperson. So, what you're teaching in here, it makes so much sense and it works. It gets those results without having to be that person. Yeah.
If you've created amazing content and you've really given a lot of value and built an audience, then the sales calls don't need to be hard calls. That should sell itself. So the last three stages are kind of the more around growth and building your business further. So community, having a Facebook group, to grow a community, using processes to make your business smooth and slick and give the ability to scale so you can outsource and hire a VA, and then big ideas for growth. So the final stage is looking at things like funnels and 5-day challenges for you to actually grow your business. So that is the full 12 steps to launching an online business with the Dream Club. And that's the strategy that I take everyone through who does my 12-week program. And this is exactly why they have such great results, because it's not just, I'm going to teach you how to promote your thing. I'm actually helping them figure out what their thing should be and make sure it's researched in detail enough so that it's going to be a good thing. Because you could make up any random crap to sell. Let's be honest. I could sit here and be like, yeah, I want to create a course about whatever. But is it going to be something people want? Is it going to be something that's desired enough people are actually going to invest in it? You know, and then we go through the mindset stuff, because the main reason people don't have success in business is mindset. It's not strategy. I 100% believe you need to know how to get clients. You need the strategies. But even more than that, or as much as that, you need to be in a good mindset. I could tell you, go out and do a Facebook Live to market yourself. But if you have no confidence, no belief in yourself, and you're totally, you know, down on about the pricing, and you don't believe that you should charge, and you feel bad about charging people, and you feel like you're an evil person for asking for money, no amount of my strategy is going to help you until you get those things in line. So this is why we work through mindset from the beginning, from day one. And then you get all the value and all the strategies for exactly what to do day to day to find clients. Because I find a lot of coaches are quite vague about this as well. Like, it's really, I break it down step by step exactly how to get clients as well.
And I think that's really important because, and I guess it's a point of difference. And what I've loved about the course as well is, you know, the number of courses I've done, and I'm sure other people out there have done it as well, you know, bought course after course. But so many of those courses, they teach you, I guess they teach you what you need to do, but they don't teach you how to do it. Whereas with this 12-week process, you look at every little part of it. You look at those 12 steps and focus on that for 1 week and, you know, work through those things. So for those that take the action, and that's the big thing. If you take the action, the results happen. But, you know, because you're starting with week 1, you do that work, you do week 2, and all of those add up. So by the end of it, you've got a business. And, you know, I was definitely one of those that loved, you know, reading that, oh, I got clients on week 7 or week 10 or whatever the case may be. And I've done the same. I hoped that would happen, but, you know, I've picked up a couple of clients already and haven't even really finished launching yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was amazing, really. One of the things about the Dream Club is the network within the community. So if you are doing anything like for business owners, you're going to get clients very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah. So yeah, I think it's really important what you said. Like we work on each thing for a week at a time. You get the time to digest the information. And one of the things that I always find funny is everyone freaks out about launching. They're like, oh, launching, that sounds scary. And then one time I had a lady on week 9 be like, I'm really nervous about launching. And I'm like, you launched 3 weeks ago. You just didn't know. Because I don't make it like a big scary thing. I'm just like, right, this week you're going to write some social media posts. Right, this week you're going to go into some groups and connect with some new people, you know. And you can literally do what I say every week and not even really notice, but then suddenly you've got a business. It kind of just happens. Yeah. Like it kind of just happens. It's weird, isn't it? Because like I said, a lot of people like are waiting and waiting for this big scary bit. And I'm like, oh no, that already happened. You just didn't notice. Yeah.
It is just focus on the week at hand. That's
exactly. Just do the thing I say, do the step, and then by the end of the 12 weeks, you would have already launched. We launch on week 7, and you will potentially have, you know, clients will be building an audience depending on what you're offering. So yeah.
Just do what Chanel says.
Yes, I mean, this is a common thread, and I feel like this has been throughout my life. It's never been respected enough, but just do what I say.
I still laugh at the fact that, you know, our very first conversation we had, I talked to you about, you know, my skills and my history and everything. And you said, oh, you should launch this type of business. And I went, oh, yeah, that sounds really good. And went through the process, and I ummed and ahed on different ideas and backwards and forwards. And ultimately, I just should have listened to you in that first conversation, because it's exactly what I've launched. So
it's happened like so many times. Literally, I've had ladies go all around the houses and then end up back what I originally told them to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
listen to you now.
Okay, so the first 3 weeks of the Dream Club, the first 3 steps I class as a foundation. So this is where we do the inner work that will help you focus on what you really want. We create a dream board. We have a think about, you know, where you want to see yourself in 1 year or 5 years time. We shift your blocks that are currently stopping you from receiving, because we have a lot of blocks that are stopping us from putting ourselves out there or receiving abundance. And we get really clear around your passions and your most sellable skills. So that's the first 3 weeks. We then move into development. So this is where we start to develop your business idea. We research further, we decide on your offer, we create a business plan, we brand your business so that you are ready to launch. Then we go into launch, but you might not notice that happens because it's just so smooth. And we launch your business into the world using social media. We create content, we generate leads, and we start to convert sales. So you start to have sales calls or even practice sales calls with your fellow Dream Clubbers if you're not quite ready. And then finally, we have the growth period, where we create systems and processes that can help you to scale your business and learn advanced launch strategies. So that is the 12-step process broken down into the 4 modules, just to make it super clear so you can see exactly how it all fits together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's feeling a little bit like this?
I love that.
So I've given you a lot of information today, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. For each one of the points I've given you today, there is a whole bunch more to be said. And that is why I've created Employee to Online Entrepreneur free live 5-day workshop. Now, this will be my 6th time hosting this workshop. And it is going to be amazing, as it always is. I've already got almost 250 people signed up, and I'm hoping for another 250 people in the next week. So it's going to be massive. It's going to be awesome. And it's all about helping you discover your perfect online business. So in those 5 days, we are going to work together to figure out if there's anything you could do, because I know there is, but I'm sure you have doubts. And I'm going to show you that there are things you can do with your current skills and expertise to launch an online business. I will also be on hand every evening to answer all your questions regarding online business, all of your concerns. I'll be able to give you an honest answer for everything, tell you whether your idea is any good, tell you, you know, what the income expectations might be, because every business is unique. And so it's really important that I get time with people to guide them through the process and show them what they need to be doing. So that is what is happening on the 23rd to the 27th of August. So it'd be awesome to have any guys who've been watching this today or who watch it later on the replay sign up so that you can join me, and I can help you learn more about this world.
And the 5-day challenge was absolutely incredible. You know, for anybody that's even thinking about having their own business, you know, I mean, there's a lot of 5-day challenges. There's a lot of free information out on the internet. But again, like I've said, with everything that you do, Chanel, this is so practical. It's you know, you're doing practical things every day. So at the end of that 5 days, you are, like, for me, it was literally life-changing. The difference just in those 5 days was incredible. So, you know, it's one of those courses that, you know, with all the free information that's out there on the internet, every now and then you come across one that is like, the value that you offer in that 5 days is incredible. So I highly recommend it to anybody who's even just, you know, if you're sitting at home and you're thinking, oh, I really want a Worldschool, but I have no idea how to pay for it. Just do the 5-day challenge. Start there and have a look and investigate what you could do as far as a business.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely. Look, it's, I've done your 12-week challenge now, and what I'm enjoying is the fact that I can go back and do it again. So I'm going back into the next round to do that. But, either way, the 5-day challenge is a brilliant place to start. And I think it's incredibly valuable and is going to have a big impact on people that want to world school. And at the end of the day, that's what Worldschooling Central is all about, helping people get out there and start doing it. And the money side of things is always the big challenge for people. So I'm excited that they have this opportunity to go through this with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me today and letting me share with your audience.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. I'll put this on YouTube, and obviously it'll be live in the group, and we'll look forward to seeing you all in the 5-day challenge.